Greetings! This is a video response to Clontos over the live-action Ranma 1/2 show that's happening in Japan. And as you see, I have my Ranma 1/2 shirt on. Well, Clontos was really wondering how I would react to that they're finally making a live-action Ranma 1/2. And by the way, Lady Dragon also gave me a heads up on that, but Clontos has confirmed it. How would I react to that as a die-hard Ranma 1/2 fan? You might be surprised by my answer. You'd think I'd be really upset or mad about this, but in truth, I am intrigued. I'm very curious about this. I would like to see how they do it. Now, I would be worried if it was an American version. If the Americans made a Ranma 1/2 live action, that I'd be worried about, especially since, it'd be really preachy. They'd probably do what, Seth MacFarlane does with Family Guy and American Dad. They'd have all the preachy stuff on gay marriage and all that. When in Ranma, sure, there's a lot of sexual things in there, but it's very subtle and it never comes off as preachy. And it's always comedic and so on, whereas, Seth MacFarlane would just ram down some message through or something like that. So I would be worried if it was an American live-action version, but it's being done in Japan, and from what I've read, the creator of Ranma 1/2, Rumiko Takahashi herself, has given it her blessing. So if she's endorsed this, I'm not that worried. But then again, I used to think George Lucas, I used to worship the ground George Lucas would walk on until the Star Wars prequels happened, and he lost my trust there. From what I've seen of pictures of the live-action Ranma 1/2, I like the cast so far. I love who they picked for Akane. Because I had a crush on Akane, even though there's no way in hell she and I could ever get along, but like most, I've had a crush on her, and I really like the live-action version of her they picked. The Nabiki they picked, although I think they could get away with it, but it's still not quite Nabiki. I will say this, the live-action Son Tendo, holy crap, he looks literally exactly like the anime character. I mean, hands down. Live-action Ranma, it's okay. Female Ranma, she looks sexy, but I'm not getting the same vibe as I do with the anime version. Now, Clontos mentioned this, and this is right, we'll agree with him. The live-action Genma in the panda suit. Pathetic. I mean, really? Really, Japan? All the budgets you have, you're going to go for this? I'm not a big fan of unnecessary CGI. I mean, I miss when they had animatronics or Muppets or whatever. I really wish they'd go use that more often, especially when you get reaction and feedback from the actors instead of always doing CGI. Yeah, there's a big monster standing right next to you. Oh, okay, do I act right here? The green screen has affected the actors the last couple decades. I'm really upset with severely unnecessary CGI. But this calls for a CGI character. Genma should be a CGI panda, not a guy in a really horrible panda suit. Now, here is the #1 reason why I'm okay with this. Let me tell you, Clontos, why I'm sort of kind of okay with this live-action Ranma 1/2. For one reason and one reason only. This would actually pique interest in Ranma 1/2 again. Ranma 1/2, although it is a very die-hard favorite anime of mine, I really feel this series has been forgotten. This series has been erased from the minds of most anime fans, if not never heard of. When I go to anime conventions and I'm dressed up as Ranma, or I mention Ranma, or I even had a Ranma 1/2 month and so on, which was deleted and all the files are gone and I can't recover those. But when I go to anime cons, no one knows what I'm talking about anymore. Ranma 1/2 is now officially a forgotten gem. And by today's anime standards, it is a really old anime. In fact, the anime series is a lot older than I thought it is. I got into it in the year 2000. 10 years. It's been over 10 years since I've been. Crap, I feel old. Ugh, I feel old. But yeah, it's been 10 years. But the series itself is based on 20 years ago. 20! So it's a very old anime. In fact, if you watch Ranma 1/2, You'll notice that they don't have cell phones, they don't have iPads, they don't have iPods, they don't have MP3s. Even when Ranma goes to the arcade, it's the old arcade with like Pac-Man or the wow 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 wow, and no Skyrim or Xbox or whatever. And even today's animes, the anime characters are just texting each other all the time. So it's very old. It's a very old-fashioned anime. But that's another thing I'm very curious about, is if they do the live-action Ranma, are they going to base it on 20 years ago, or is Ranma going to be on a cell phone all the time, text messaging Akane or text messaging Shampoo? That'd be very interesting. But Ranma's a forgotten gem. And since there's all this discussion over the live-action Ranma, if this does nothing but get anime fans interested in the series again, or watch this series for the first time, then we have a winner. If it does nothing but that. Now look, I know everybody's worried, especially after the disaster that was Dragon Ball Evolution. How they spend millions of dollars on this project and not realize or see what's coming, I don't know. Now, here's another thing I've been told, alright? This isn't the only anime to be turned into live action in Japan. From what I have been told, the live-action version of Death Note is very, very popular in Japan, and there are a lot of Death Note fans where I live, and they say they like the live-action version of Death Note. Not the biggest fan, but I'll take their word for it. I've heard that the live-action version of some other animes, like Ouran High School, has been really popular in Japan. Again, so live-action anime in Japan's actually starting to be up and coming, and I guess they decided to give Ranma a shot. Sailor Moon! They actually did a live-action version of Sailor Moon, and I'm not going to lie to you, it was campy. It was cheesy, it was campy, but I still loved it. I still liked it. What was live-action Sailor Moon like? Not even making this up. It was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, just with Sailor Scouts, but they had the whole monster and the fake costume thing. They had the Sailor Scouts transforming and fighting. But that's why I liked it, because I got the Power Rangers vibe. And I think it was directed by Saban, the guy who made Power Rangers. So they actually made a live-action Sailor Moon. They did it the same way they did Power Rangers. It was a Sentai series.
Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Mighty Morphin Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! You Mighty Morphin Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power...
It was cheesy, it was campy, it was a little stupid, but I enjoyed it. I'm okay with cheesy if it's done right. If it's done horribly or disastrously like Evolution was, Dragon Ball Evolution, then I'm not game for that. But if this does nothing but get people interested in Ranma 1/2 again, if it gets anime fans to watch the series for the first time, then I say enjoy it. It is a forgotten gem. It is a real shame that it has happened, but Ranma has potential to be a continuous series. Alright, I will say this. Alright? Here's where I am mad at Rumiko Takahashi. Okay? Here's where I'll be a little upset with her. Okay? Okay, Rumiko, you want to make a live-action Ranma 1/2. Okay, that's fine. Just one question. Here's another idea. How about you finish the damn anime? The anime never finished the manga. The manga keeps continuing. The anime stops after, I'm going to say season 8, because those are the OAVs. I have read, hang on a minute. This was a really popular Ranma manga, and I read this. This was excellent! And this was awesome! This was never made into an anime. This version right here. Ranma gets a really interesting enemy. Ranma gets turned into a girl permanently. Like, not even hot water will cure him. And that's because, I'm not kidding you, a lesbian character wants Ranma to be that way. And there's a big fight and everything. And Rumiko, she never made an anime off of this saga. Why? She has the budget. She's the wealthiest manga creator in Japan. She needs to finish the anime. She has the budget for it. She finally made a new Ranma OAV. How about you continue and finish the series? Alright? I know she's working on Renee, and I know she want to make an anime of Renee. She made more Inuyashas. Why can't she make more animated Ranmas? Okay, you can make live action Ranma if you finish this. And if you do this. So I won't do the spoiler. Yeah, that's what you think it is. Yes, that's Akane in a wedding dress. And if you animate that, Rumiko. But my advice is go ahead and watch the series for the first time. Under one condition, you have to watch the first 2 episodes or first 4 episodes. After that, you can skip around. See, I watched Ranma a little out of order. I watched the first couple episodes in order, but then season-wise, I saw it way cattywonkers and out of order. Like, I didn't see the episode where Ukiyo was introduced. I didn't see the episode where Moose was introduced. I just went right into it. Because I thought Season 3 was Season 2, Hard Battle. So I skipped Season 2, which was actually a good thing because I watched Season 2 last, and it was by far the best season. But, again, that's my advice. So that's my message to Clontos. I'm okay with it under the condition that it's done well. Even if it's, I'll even let it be a little campy or a little cheesy. I'm cool with that. But as long as it's not a disaster like Evolution. But if this just gets anime fans back into the series, because people have forgotten about this. When I go to anime cons, they don't know what I'm talking about. But Rumiko, please finish the anime! Please! Or hire someone to do it for you! Do it!
Yeah,